continued with understanding decimals, and we have our decimal, we put it on a number line, and you practiced writing it in model form, you practiced writing it in expanded form. Today we're going to move into mixed number form. Mixed number form just means I'm going to write part of it like a whole number, and then I'm going to write the fraction part next to it. Let's think about what we already know about mixed numbers. You probably brought some mixed number knowledge with you from 4th grade. In 4th grade, you knew that I could have numbers that look like this, 4 1/3. The 4, that's your whole number. We could draw out 4 of something. There's 4 squares. This is my whole number. But it's more than just 4, it's 4 1/3. So I could show my square and I could cut it into thirds, and I only want one of those thirds. In fact, I could even color these and to show I'm taking all 4 of these. 4 1/3. This part isn't a whole number. This part is a fraction. That's what a mixed number is. A mixed number is a whole number with a fraction. And some of you might have noticed I kept saying a word. I kept saying 4 1/3. I could also think of that like 4 1/3. And when I'm writing out my decimals, when I say and, I also, when I'm writing decimals, that means my decimal point. In this number that we were working on, we have 3 and a decimal fraction. Remember, a decimal fraction is just a fraction that's a tenth, a hundredth, a thousandth. A decimal fraction just means that there's a power of 10 for the denominator. So we're going to use what we know about fractions and whole numbers to write our decimal like a mixed number. All right, so let's start by looking at our whole number. If I'm going to write it as a mixed number, I'm going to think first about my whole number. So looking at my decimal up here, remember my whole number is everything before the decimal. So my whole number is 3, right here. And then I need to think about what my fraction is. So here's how we write the fraction part. I write the whole thing, everything after my decimal. So everything after my decimal is 675. So 675. Now I need to figure out what my denominator is. Everything here I write like my numerator, and then to figure out what my denominator is, I go to the furthest out place where my decimal is the very smallest. I've got tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So when I look all the way out, my last place is a thousandth. So it's over 1,000. So that's what I'm going to do with my decimal fraction here. I'm going to write it over 1,000. So in mixed number form, this decimal, 3.675, I can write like a fraction. It's 3 and 675 thousandths. This is going to be really helpful tomorrow when we're writing it in word form. Oops, I should add right here. Whole number plus fraction. So that's the strategy you're going to practice in group today. You're going to practice writing the whole number, and then you're going to practice writing all of the decimal numbers as your numerator, and your denominator is the smallest place, the furthest out place. This is your strategy.